A linearly elastic and perfectly plastic material is loaded slightly above the proportionality limit. This will lead to
large deformation,
structural constituents of equilibrium cooling of plain carbon steel 0.4% C at room temperature R.
austenite and perlite.
A steel with higher hardenability primarily enables the following to be achieved:
Greater depth of hardening.
Hardness of piece of brass can be increased by
Cold working.
aging of aluminum alloy leads to
Increase in hardness with time.
formation of white cast iron is promoted by
Fast rate of cooling.
aluminum alloy is employed for transportation applications, primarily because of its
High strength to weight ratio.
tool steels are quenched and tempered to impart
Combined hardness and toughness.
the final heat treatment given to a forging die is
Hardening and tempering.
the hardness testing method, which does not involve resistance to plastic deformation, is
Shore scleroscope.
the method most widely used for production of metal powders for use in powder metallurgy.
Ball mill.
During sintering of a powder metal compact, the following process takes place.
The powder particles do not melt, but a bond is formed between them.
The powder metallurgy technique for the production of precision components is characterized mainly by reduction in
machining cost,
which of the following are not generally employed for shaping of thermoplastic materials.
compression molding,
Which of the following commonly used items are not produced using thermosetting plastic?
household buckets, dining table tops,
Metals, which can be plastically deformed, very easily have unit cells of
cubic structure,
the temperature required for heating hyperprotectoid steel for normalizing is
greater than that for annealing.
on analysis. A piece of steel was found to contain 0.3% C, 12% Cr, 12% V. It is a thermosetting plastics are joined by
Adhesive bonding.
Plain carbon steel is called hypoeutectoid steel if it has carbon percentage
less than 0.8.
The following property of a crystalline material depends on crystal defects.
Yield strength.
PVC sheets are produced by
Calendaring process.
green strength. In powder metallurgy refers to the strength of
the powder after compaction.
Increase in carbon content. In plain carbon steel raises its
tensile strength and hardness.
In powder metallurgical process of manufacturing, maximum temperature is associated with
sintering.
When 1% carbon steel is slowly cooled from molten state to 740 degrees Celsius, the resulting structure will contain
austenite and cementite.
Poisson's ratio for an incompressible material is
always equal to 0.5.
nitriding of a steel shaft improves its
fatigue strength.
copper zinc proportion in brasses used for cartridges and drawn tubes is
70:30.
Austempering of steel is done for obtaining
bainite structure.
spheroidal. Graphite cast iron is produced by
tempering white cast iron.
the percentage carbon content in wrought iron is
less than 0.01.
the most widely used reinforcement in modern day FRP, fiber reinforcement plastic. Tennis racket is made by
carbon.
electrical switches made out of thermoset material are produced by
transfer molding.
powder metallurgical components have
higher density than cast products.
inoculating cast iron. Melt with magnesium gives
malleable iron.
FRP is a
thermoset.
The iron-carbon diagram and the TTT curves are determined under
equilibrium and non-equilibrium conditions respectively.
In powder metallurgy, the sintering is carried out in
inert atmosphere.
the main purpose of spheroidizing treatment is to improve
machinability of high carbon steels.
If a particular F, E, C alloy contains less than 0.83% carbon, it is called
Hypoeutectoid steel.
Which one of the following cooling method is best suited for converting austenite steel into very fine perlite steel?
Air cooling.
A typical Fe3C alloy containing greater than 0.8% C is known as
Hypereutectoid steel.
the capacity of a material to absorb energy when deformed elastically, and to release it back when unload is termed as
Resilience.
which of the following process is used to manufacture products with controlled porosity?
Powder metallurgy.
Crystallographic structure of austenite is
FCC.
during normalizing process of steel, the specimen is heated
Above the upper critical temperature and cooled in still air.
the process of reheating the martensitic steel to reduce its brittleness without any significant loss in its hardness is
Tempering.
for a metal alloy. Which one of the following descriptions relates to the stress relief annealing process?
Heating the workpiece material below its recrystallization temperature, holding for some time and then furnace cooling.
Which one of the following methods is not used for producing metal powders?
Compaction.
In powder metallurgy, sintering of a component
Improves hardness and reduces toughness.
which one among the following statements are true?
Thermosetting polymers have covalent bonded three-dimensional structures.
Carbon content of mild steel can be
0.15%.